All right, I just started the recording. So welcome to another AME session community. Today we have an AME with the Only Gem Finance, and in here we have is it Kurushi? Please, and can you tell me how to pronounce your name?
You can just say Kuro and it's good.
Okay, cool. And with me as well, I do have a co-host Last Kampachi. Last Kampachi, you want to say hi to Kuro?
And welcome to Gold Diggers. Yeah,
Thank you.
All right, so let's kickstart. So Kuro, you want to tell us about you and how you got involved into the crypto space before we can go ahead with what Only Gem Finance is all about.
Yeah, of course. So I'm Kuro and I'm one of the co-founders from onlygemsfinance. I have been investing in crypto for some time now, but when the corona came and everything was paused, that's when I really dug deep into crypto, especially BSC space, and yeah, that's when I really started doing BSC plays and everything like this. And eventually, I've met some great people as well. And eventually, we've decided, it's enough of scams and rugs and everything, and it's time to finally make something legit. We want to make the project from investors to investors, and yeah, we want to treat investors as our friends, and make them feel that they are really a part of the project, which we think it's really important.
That's really amazing. I mean, with you having that kind of a concept in mind, it shows that you're gonna be looking forward to the investors here because I believe a lot of us have lots of difficulties, especially during the corona time and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you for the introduction as well. So let's go ahead with what Only Gem Finance is all about. So my first question is gonna be, how did you guys come about with Only Gem Finance, and what is it all about?
Oh yeah, thank you for the question. Yes, so actually, like I said, Only Gems Finance is a project from investors to investors, and we want to make an ecosystem which would be funded through our treasury. So treasury is actually a heart of our ecosystem, because it's actually a revenue bringing utility. We have a few developments. Some of them are already ongoing. Some we will have in future, which will bring revenue streams to our treasury, and treasury then makes buybacks of our native token, which consequently drives the price of the token up. And then we will also have some stuff in the project that will make you passive income. So there is a lot of ways to earn passive income in our ecosystem, which is another great thing about Only Gems Finance. So actually, one of those ways are BNB rewards. First, we have 3% BNB rewards in tokenomics for our holders of 7 million Only Gems tokens. Then we have staking for Only Gems tokens. We also have NFT staking. We will have, it's not live yet, but it will be live very soon. And we also have games and prizes, giveaways to earn more passive income. And we also actually have 5% 5% commission for every referral to the Mine, which is our graphic design studio. And I will be talking a little bit more about that later. And yeah, actually, as you can see, those are a few ways you can earn a passive income. We can always add also more stuff to it, but yeah, like you see, there's quite some ways to earn some BNB in our ecosystem just by holding, Only Gems tokens. And yeah, the other part of our project is our revenue bringing utilities. So what that means, for example, we have the first utility that we've named the Mine, and we've actually assembled a graphic design team which will be working with us, through us, in Only Gems Finance, and we've named that subsidiary business. We've named it the Mine, and we will actually make quite a lot of different services for any customer outside world also, not only crypto projects. And we will have services such as animated videos, websites, banner ads, logo design, NFTs, white paper design, animated and static stickers for Telegram, and much more actually as well. We will also, at the moment we are really concentrating on launching and everything considering Only Gems Finance to make it, first few weeks, definitely first month will be dedicated, to the Only Gems really, and to make to keep the chart nice and to look like it's sustainable, and of course we will also work on getting the mine out there as well. But we will, we really plan to make it big. We want to register it as a company, to make it really proper, and we will also make a separate website for it as well, so we can really, start getting the mine out there, and it makes it look very professional if it's like this. We will also have some portfolios from our graphic designers, so the potential customers can see it, and we will have also, we have mods, we have community backing it up. They get 5% commissions for each referral, and that's also one of the great things having a business like this incorporated into the crypto, because you can have this community from investors backing the business, and it's easier to shield services like this, and introduce it to other people. It's sort of a chain reaction, I would say. And yeah, more and more when more and more projects come, they will also recommend us further, and that's how we mean to bring customers to the mine. And yeah, the other question about the mine is probably from investors usually. How does that actually benefit ecosystem? So it's very simple. The portion that we earn from the mine from our graphic services, this portion of revenue will go into the treasury. So that's how actually it benefits our ecosystem. And if I can talk a little bit more about treasury, I've mentioned it to you before. It makes buybacks of our native token. So actually, treasury is. Sorry, can you maybe just mute? I think somebody has an echo in the background. Thank you. So yeah, treasury is a smart contract. Like I said, it makes buybacks of our Only Gems tokens, and it stores them in the safe place. It's actually a good way of doing buybacks, and it's also very transparent. Everybody can see it. We will also, inform investors what is our smart contract address of our treasury, and investors can check it, at any times. They can see how much BNB is in there. They can see how much tokens is stored in there, and it's also a safety measurement, because we can only take only a portion of BNB per month. I mean, sorry, a portion of those tokens per month, and yeah, that also makes sure investors, it assures investors for safety about those tokens. So we cannot operate with the full supply of the tokens in the treasury. And yeah, we have, like I said, BNB is stored in there, and then there is a that BNB, is used from treasury as buybacks of Only Gems tokens, and this consequently drives, of course, the price up and creates higher price wars for us. And those tokens are, they are safely stored in the treasury contract, and then those bought back tokens are divided. Actually, 20% goes to the burn address, and 80% is used for staking pools as needed. So if we see that we need more APR or something, we can always use those tokens from treasury as well. But yeah, it's important to have this mechanism in your ecosystem, to keep the price sustainable, and to keep to eventually increase price with with the time. And yeah, that's the first one we have. The mine. The mine is the first one that we have to bring revenue to treasury, and we will have actually more projects and the developments that will bring this revenue to our treasury. The next one is going to be coin locator, and the coin locator is actually next generation, like coin sniper CN token and websites such this, but this one is next generation really, because it's going to be built in Web3 environment. It will have interactions with smart contracts and stuff like that. Where users will be able to connect with smart contract, and there will be some features available for those who connects with the wallet. And yeah, that's actually one of the features that it will have, but more will be introduced to our holders and investors when its development will commence. Because at the moment, if you look at the development roadmap, we are working on the NFTs. NFT minter is being created. It's not too long now before it's created, and then we will have NFT staking. And after that time, after those two are finished, we will start working on coin locator, which is then the next on the roadmap. And yeah, I've actually made few calculations how much the others earn from such sites, and I've came up, there are actually quite good numbers. I think a very achievable number is about 100 to 200k after we have it up and running from the start. It probably won't be so much, but you know how it is. It always takes time, to make your project and products known. And yeah, I think it's very possible that and very achievable that after some time, a month or so, let's say, few months to be, to be a bit safer. Let's say I think it's easy to achieve numbers from 100 to 200k per month. So imagine that money, 100 to 200k is going back to the treasury and buying back our native token. And yeah, that's also one of the revenue bringing utility, which will sustain the price. I really think it's possible that it's going to bring this amount of revenue. And also, of course, we have the mine. It's hard to say how much we will earn through mine, but I think the numbers can be pretty nice with that as well. And then we will have also, when coin locator is developed, we have some concept plans as well, and we will add those two as well, but those will be revealed to our investors also a bit later when coin locator is developed. And then I think it's time for me, to show you a few things that we will have also in our ecosystem. I will share my screen if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, for sure. Let me know if you can see it.
Yeah, we can see the screen 100%.
Okay, nice. So this is our dashboard. One thing to mention is that actually this dashboard, the UI and the look of it, the front end was designed in-house by our graphic design team, and the backend coding was created and collaborated with Brew Labs. So they are actually behind the staking contracts and all of the other coding that works behind this front end which we created. So this is the first thing on our dashboard, and this is a tracker. So you will be able to, it's always nice to check how much you're earning. Like I said, there will be a lot of ways for passive income. It is also nice to track your passive income. So we will have here a tracker for BNB rewards. We will have you will be able to see how much is that in USD, how much is that in onlygems tokens. You will be able to see once the chart is live. You will be able to see it here, and then we also have some liquidity pool data information, and you will also be able to see your dates and times of recent dividend payouts. And then the next good thing, the next thing on the dashboard is staking. So we will have pools, and that is 3 pools for staking, which you can choose from. You will have the unlocked pool with 2% deposit fee, and you will have 2 locked pools with 0% deposit fee, but a small withdrawal fee of 0.3% and 0.1%. And this one is 45 days and 90 days lock durations. And another good thing about this staking is that it's you won't be just getting only gems. Our staking contracts are created in this way that you will also actually get the BNB reflections from our tokenomics, like I mentioned to you, that we have in our tokenomics. As you can see, you will be able to see here BNB that has reflected in the time and only gems earned. So you won't have second thoughts about staking because you won't miss out on anything. You won't miss out on BNB rewards because our smart contracts for staking are made in this way. And you will be able to choose from compounding the BNB or harvesting it. So compounding means to put it back into the staking or harvest it to put it in your wallet. So you can always also, of course, use the passive income you have earned by holding, or as you can see, also by staking, which is great, I think. And we also have this nice calculator. You can put here your token amount, the max of it, and then you will be able to see how much you will get in 1 day, 7 days, 30 days, 1 year, or even longer periods of time, for example, 5 years. And you will be able to see that number down here. And one thing that I want to mention is that this staking, the dashboard will go live, with our staking here, will go live probably in the next 24 hours after launch. It might, it will probably be sooner, but just to be safe, let's say it's going to be the next day at the latest. So it won't be too long, if it will be available soon after launch. But if you want to stake as soon as possible, you can also go to, let me just show you really quick. You can go to brewlabs.info. We will also, of course, put this into our Telegram. You will go here to staking. Because now it's not live, we have it here in finished. But once it's live, you will have to choose here the live one. But you will be able to stake only gems tokens right at launch here on Brewlab's site as well. So, and also, as you can see, it's actually, so I don't want to make it confusing, but it's actually, those are the same 3 staking pools, so it doesn't matter if you stake them here on our dashboard, it will be the same thing. It's just different front end for the same smart contracts in the backend. So this is actually no difference if you stake it here on our dashboard. But yeah, I think it's of course it's very nice to have your own as well. So that's why we wanted to have one of our own. And because also we will have on this dashboard, we will have NFTs as well, will be added here. So that's one of the reasons why we wanted it here as well. And now that is actually the next thing I wanted to show you is our NFTs and our NFT collection, if that's okay. One moment. So yeah, these are our NFTs. Like we promised to you, we will have NFTs, and those NFTs will have also utility. Let me first go with the rarities of those NFTs. As you can see, there are more colors of them. So we have common one, which is blue in color, our signature blue. Then you have green one, which is uncommon. We have white one, which is rare. We have ultra rare here, and then we have legendary. So we have 5 rarities. This is the legendary here. The legendary is, excuse me, it's also blue, but it has this golden border around it as well. So that's how you will see that your NFT is legendary kind. And it's also good that we have metadata for those, so you will also be able to see the metadata information, which will also tell you which rarity your NFT is, if there is some confusion. And then there we have also one extra rarity, and it's only one of it. It's actually, and we've named it the only gem. And I actually won't be showing you how it looks like. I want to keep it as a surprise, but it's a bit different from the other ones, from the other collection NFTs. And you will know once you get the only gem. And I want to mention as well that there is 2,000 of them, so one out of those 2,000 is actually only gems. So yeah, you will be very lucky if you get that one. And now a little bit more about NFT utilities. The first utility that we will have will be NFT lottery. So per each 75 or so, we will see the number, how it goes. Per each few mints, we will have NFT lottery for minters. So for NFT holders. So we will have like this practical prizes for NFT holders, or they can also take a value of that price in dollars if they want, in BNB. If they don't want for us to send the price. And then the next utility for NFTs is, like I said before, NFT staking. That will be also available pretty soon. It's not long now until it's available. But yeah, we need to finish first off the NFT inventory for our dashboard and the NFT minter. Then when those two are finished, we will go to NFT staking. And like I said, if you go a little bit more further, when NFT staking is done for those NFTs, we'll move to the next revenue bringing utility, like I said, coin locator. But yeah, we will also have some other utilities for those NFTs as well. We will release full info of that utilities and other stuff about NFTs once it's closer to its minting. That's actually not long from now. And this is actually also, I wanted to show you this one. This is the NFT inventory I was mentioning to you for our dashboard. You will be able to see your portfolio of NFTs here. Underneath there will be metadata informations for it. But we will have this NFT collection. We'll have the NFT collection uploaded to Tofu NFT, which is a VSC marketplace. So yeah, we won't have our own marketplace for now. We will keep it on Tofu NFT. And another thing about NFTs is that on Tofu NFT, then you can trade those NFTs, and we will set a fee on NFT trades, 3%, and that fee is also going to go back to our treasury that I mentioned you before. So that's another revenue stream for our treasury. And when we see the opportunity to implement some revenue that will flow back into our revenue, we will use that. Of course, as more as there is, better for the ecosystem and the only gems. So yeah, that's why we've implemented small fee trades for our NFTs as well. So yeah, that was a little bit about our NFTs. And yeah, actually, this was about our short-term roadmap and about utility and developments. Let's see. Maybe I can tell a little bit more about if some people are unfamiliar with our tokenomics a little bit. And but yeah, that was actually a short introduction on what we are currently bringing to you guys and what's coming in the very near future. So yeah, thank you for listening.
Awesome. that's actually a great a presentation. But like I always do here, I always try to break down everything. But so far you've been able to give us lots of information in regards to the only gem finance. I mean, regarding the NFTs, the staking system, and stuff like that. But for the investors here and also for the newbies who really don't have much experience, I would love us to break it a little bit down. How are we gonna do that? I'm gonna be asking you some few questions, and so that anyone who might even be new in the crypto space can get every concept about what the only gem finance it's all about. Is that fine with you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Awesome. So, my first question to you would be, what really makes Oligem Finance different from any other project out there? I mean, we all know that there are a lot of NFT projects, and most of them have been doing well. Why some we all know the story behind them and stuff like that. So, what makes Oligem NFTs kind of astounding from any other project out there? So, we would like you to elaborate more about that first before I can proceed.
Okay, yeah, of course. So you want me to tell what's different just about the NFTs or like the whole ecosystem, the full aspects of the
Yeah,
OnlyGems finance?
yeah, the only James Finance because we do have lots of
Okay, okay.
NFT platform out there. So we just want to know why yours is different or what makes it really unique. Maybe I should use that word.
Oh yeah, of course. Uh, so actually, yeah. Like I said, we will have lots of utilities. We will have revenue bringing utilities. And the one thing that we are always trying to do is, add something different uh, like you said, there's a lot of projects out there. A lot of them have similar roadmaps, and you know how it is. It's a lot of copycats and everything. But what we try to do is actually always add, even if we do something that is already created in the space, that we add something different to it. I think that's important. Why would you change the full concept of something if it's already working fine? But it's always good to add something extra. You can always see, then in this case, how to make something better. And for example, this is good example, because this is one is going to be live very soon. It's like I said, we will have, for example, if you go with staking, you will not just be getting only gems tokens from it. You will also get BNB reflections from staking pools. Which is one uniqueness, which is there's not many staking pools that works in this way. So let's say this is one of rarities. And I think what makes this project also different from the others, that we have this really outsourced business, which is not really so connected with the blockchain, the mine. And it's good because it is connected with the community, like I mentioned to you, and they can help us even the common question now that we are getting, and that is questioned everywhere and a lot, is how we will make it sustainable, and how we will make it last even in this bear market. So yeah, I think I should answer to that as well. So even if we have some rocky start, like for example, we've had some issues yesterday. I should mention that with the contract on the launch, and stuff like this happens, and you know how it is. But yeah, fortunate enough, we had it fixed, and it was actually quite easy fix after further investigation. So it is all right. Everything is okay with the contract, and which is great. We don't have to redeploy or something like this, and we are very happy. We are very relieved that this is the case. So yeah, and like I said, if we go back now to the question, uh, we will have these utilities that we can always work on. The mine can be worked on we can work with it, even in bad markets, and we can collect all the money and prepare it for our treasury and as well as for our developments, for example, and for the marketing. So we can have always a revenue stream flowing back into the treasury and to marketing and developments wallets. So we can, when the market turns around, then we can use the money we have saved in the meanwhile and use it, accordingly to the market changes to a better condition. So yeah, I think that's one of.
Yeah, that's really amazing. And so from if I was to pick out a point, when you said what makes you guys really amazing is because you guys have a great utility behind the project. That's I think when it comes to we investors says that's one of the things we look forward to see how the kind of utilities the project has behind them, and and stuff like that. So that's really great. And yeah, we look forward to that as well. So going back to the Only Gem Finance, since it's a kind of a reward based project where you have the opportunity of maybe holding on on the token and ends of BNBs and stuff like that. So my next question to you will be, why does it have to be BNB reward? Why not maybe a stable coin like a BUSD, a USDT, and stuff like that?
Yeah, so that's a good question actually. But the thing is, if we have it in BNB, a lot of people, BNB is still the main coin on BSC. So yeah, that's one of the reasons. You can have BNB Direct. You can use it then directly to buy only gems, and even anything other if you want. But yeah, it's the usual practice on BSC, and the other thing is when the market picks up, it also goes up in value. So it actually isn't that bad if you look at it like this. So even if it's now, when it's not this great, you will still be getting BNB rewards. But when market picks up, if you'd be getting BUSD, you would have the same value. But when the market picks up with the BNB you have collected in the meantime, you will be also having more as well. So actually, it's not a bad thing, I think. So that's one of the reasons for BNB rewards. And yeah, like I said, we are still on BSC. It's a native coin from Binance. So yeah, that's one of the reasons.
Yeah, I mean, do not get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that you choosing BNB is actually a wrong choice, but I just want to know the details why you guys chose the BNB reward, because I've seen a couple of projects out there. They are more effective and okay with the BUSD, because the BNB is kind of a coin that maybe, for example, you may don't want to hold it, and at some point, once you hold it, it goes down, and at some point it goes up. But with the BUSD, you can have a specific amount that you can leave for a while and stuff like that. So I mean, we all have reasons why we choose to use probably BUSD or BNB as a reward. But I totally agree with you when you made up that point. So going back to the staking system, to the staking, how does it work? Do I have to have maybe a kind of a percentage of the only gem token for me to be able to stake my token and stuff like that? So we'd like to know. I want you to break it down on how it works and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, of course. So one good thing to mention about the staking is that I mentioned to you now, if you're the holder of 7 million tokens, without the staking you will be getting BNB rewards. But for some that are less fortunate, that can possibly only afford less than 7 million tokens, they can always go into the staking, because staking doesn't have any limits or any requirements on how much tokens do you need to hold or have in your wallet. So yeah, actually any holder of any amount can go into the staking pools, and he will be getting the APR like all the other people. So yeah, that's one of the good things. And yeah, I will tell you also about the APIs. We want to keep them about 30 to 40%. It's hard to say how much it will be after. It always needs some time, let's say a week or so, for it to settle a little bit after we launch. That's usually how it is. So yeah, actually after a week we will see when it all stabilizes, when there is more people in the staking pools. We will see how the APRs goes. But yeah, if we see that we want, if we need a higher APR, we have some tokens on the side, and we can use them at any time to top up our staking pools. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
about
that's
staking.
yeah, that's really amazing. Still on the staking system. I just want to get more details and stuff like that. So, let's say for example, you eventually do launch the project and it was around maybe like a 500K or 1 million market cap, and it had around maybe maybe 20% of the token being staked. So how is that going to affect, let's say for example, since we all know that we can predict the chart, it goes up, it goes down, but I would like to know how you guys would tend to balance the chat so that those who are going to be sticking the token are not going to be affected badly, because you see people maybe sometimes whales getting in on the project, and because of that it affects those staking. I've seen a couple of projects like that, and at the end of the day they had to cancel everything and try to do a relaunch and stuff like that. So how are you guys try to balance the equation whereby those who are going to be staking the token are not going to be affected? Because I don't want a situation whereby I'm gonna be staking maybe a token worth of $200, and once the chart is going down, I'm gonna be getting I think maybe $100 and stuff like that. So I just want to know how you guys tend to balance this equation.
Yeah, definitely. That's important thing to mention. There is a lot of projects, out there. For example, that they have only staking, or they have play to earn system, but they don't have this most important thing, which is a utility which will bring revenue to the ecosystem. So to keep the price up and keep it sustainable. Because if you only have staking, for example, without those things that are essential, I think, in my opinion, you will always have more selling pressure than buying pressure, if potentially there is no outside buyers. So in our ecosystem, like I said, we have those utilities, so there is nothing to worry about, because from start those revenues won't be that big. But when time goes on and we have a lot of customers for the mine, when we have coin locator up and running, when we have project X, which will be after coin locator, we will have this revenue that will go back into the chart even without external buyers. Actually, it will be based out of our success of the business, and that's how we intend to fuel our ecosystem, and ensure that the price won't decrease much, even for the ones that are staking our staking pools. And because if, for example, there's a lot of people staking in the staking pools and in the locked ones, after 45 days, you can have a big selling pressure, let's say it like this. But with the revenue stream into our treasury and the buybacks that then treasury makes, I think this is the only way to make staking actually possible. So yeah, that's how we can ensure that even the ones that are staking aren't too afraid what's happening on the chart because of our utilities.
That's fair enough, because I know a lot of people here who love staking, and most of them have been victims to other project out there whereby they have to stake a couple of token, and at the end of the day they end up having nothing. And let's say for example also I stake today. Is it possible for me to get to unstake anytime I want, or is there a moment or a time whereby I can stay for a long period of time and stuff like that? So I just want to know if there's a time difference in which if I should stake a token, I can get it off anytime I want, or I can unstake anytime I want, or it has to be maybe after 2 weeks, 2 weeks before I can unstake and stuff like that?
Yeah, so thank you again for the question. Like I said, yeah, we will have actually 3 pools to choose from. We will also have, like I said, like you said, we will have the first pool here is actually the unlocked pool. So that means you can unstake at any time. If you want to unstake, you can do it. But one thing to mention at this one is that it has 2% deposit fee. So yeah, it has a little bit more deposit fee. But yeah, the good thing about it is, if you see that, price really increases by much, and you want to take also some profits from OnlyGem, which won't be necessary, I think. But yeah, you will have also this option available for you. But yeah, you will also have, if you want to, just leave your investment at the rest, and have no if especially in this market, if you don't want to look at charts and stuff like this, you can always choose from our locked pools as well. So we have 45 days lock on this pool and 90 days lock. So 3 months and 1.5 month for those 2 pools, and they don't have deposit fee. As you can see, 0% deposit fee, but they have 0.3 and 0.1 withdraw fee when you take the tokens out. So we can also use some tokens for further staking, if that makes sense. But yeah, you have multiple choices.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay, I had a connection. So I just want to let Kompachi, he has few questions. Last Kompachi, you're free to ask the questions.
Thank you, Callum. Hi, man. Kudo. First of all, man, I love your name. Isn't that the guy from the anime about the basketball?
Yeah, he's the guy. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Kuroko Nabasuka or something like this.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, that's all-time legend, something like that. That was a good anime. All right, just coming back to, I'll just be quick about some questions, right? And I hope you'll be doing it rapidly because these are the questions that are already in the past. But just for the information of the investors that are here, I just want to bring them up. So you chose to do the pre-sale on cookie sale, right?
Yeah.
Can you give a reason for why you went there? Because it's sort of an upcoming thing and not really very popular. So if you can give emphasis on that.
Yeah, of course, no problem. So the first thing that is about cookie sale is they don't take percentage of your tokens. When you, for example, on the pink sale, when you raise your hard cap or even soft cap, they take also a percentage of your tokens, and they, what they do with them, So that's one of the reasons. Cookie sale only takes BNB from the raised hard cap. And also they had this free promo for a month, which they usually have one BNB for listing, for just listing on there. And this month they had a promo with free listings, and that's one of the reasons as well why we decided to launch there. And actually, I've known the guys who have created the cookie sale from before, and they know they are legit. And yeah, and they also had some tokens there as well already, so it has been tested as well. And yeah, I think those are one of the reasons that we went with cookies. So
Good, man, and having connections in this space is pretty good. That is a really helpful thing. And to the people that are listening and will be hearing this on the recording, I would like to bring to attention that they were able to fill the hard cap of 80 BNB under 1 day, and with the very good point about the thing is that they are doing 100% of the pooled. Everything they have accumulated is going to liquidity, 100% of it. So that is really, really something that is appreciated in the space, and I will commend you on that. That is a very good thing. Something else that is there is that 5.24% that is unlocked. So I assume that it is because of the staking thing, or because I think there has been no private sale, right? So the 5.2% unlocked, that is for the staking, I assume.
yeah, so yeah, point something percent, yeah, it's in my ownership wallet, yeah. That's nothing to worry about. I have it in my wallet. I will actually wanted to burn that, so I have it right like at my hand, always available when we want to burn it. But if we see that people don't like this, we can always lock it. And the one thing to mention is also that we had some potential problems with multi-sig wallets, so we had to take the tokens out of multi-sigs, and we will be locking them with the pink lock now, on the pink cell. We will be locking them after launch shortly, when everything is going smoothly this time, because like I said yesterday, we had some problems with the contract. And then we had to wait for, we have the developers from Brew Labs, they are Australian based, and we had to reach them first, and they dug deep into the what was the problem, and luckily there was nothing wrong with the contract. It was actually a pretty simple fix, and now it's fixed, and we will go live, like we said, 6 p.m. UTC we will go live, and after we go live we will go and lock the tokens that we've moved out of the multi-sig wallets, which had maybe also be causing potential problems. So yeah, that's one of the reasons we have moved them now. But yeah, we'll be locking them, like I said, soon after launch. But yeah, those tokens that were in the ownership wallet, as some might have seen, yeah, those were meant to be burned, because we have, if you check the token allocations, you can see we have 4.7% to be burned at launch. So yeah, those tokens will be also removed from the ownership wallet. So there isn't any FUD or any, questions about why is that there, But yeah, thank you for bringing that up. We have nothing to hide. We are always transparent with people. We have been working on it since November. I don't have any intentions of selling 5% of tokens. It would be the most stupid thing I would done in my life. So yeah. But thank you for the question.
It's all good, man. And it's being very honest that you're saying all that on the space, because people don't actually say that. Yeah, they try to hide this stuff, and you're being very honest with it. That is pretty good in itself. Okay, man. I'll just also commend you on the website. What we have seen in the AMA on the video presentation, and what I have been looking at for myself, doing the research about this AMA. The website is damn good. And from what I can, from the first line on the website, it says that it is specifically for just trying to gather new investors, right? It's sort of trying to bring and teach investors how to do the stuff in the space. And it is very simple, very, very humbly there, and everything is very clean. So that is a very good thing. Just regarding this question, any plans of getting to the offline investors? Because yes, investors are there, but they are sort of distributed, especially in this varying market, right? So have you got any plans to get to the people on the ground space, on the people that are not actually on crypto yet, or do some partnerships that will bring them into the space yet?
Oh yeah, thank you for the question. So yeah, I think the potential is there, because we have this mine which is outside sourced business, and we are actually, like you said, nowadays marketing really, it's always, especially in these market conditions, it's very, very hard to market your project, and that's one of the reasons why we decided to also, make like a sort of a network, with other projects, with also some call channels. We have made actually two partnerships with two call channels now, and we will also make more. When time goes on, we'll have partnerships with different launches, and we will add also more call channels to our partners list. And that is one of the reasons that also will make our graphic design services better and more recognizable, because we give 10% commissions to our partnered channels, and they will also help us bring us customers, and yeah, stuff like this. So I think creating a network is very important to make to really make the name, to get the name really out there, about Only Gems. and what it is bringing. So yeah, thank you for the question. I think that this is really a good way.
Man, that is pretty good. Everything you have said is making so much sense right now. And also would say that videos, I went through everything. I did research about a couple of hours, and also the YouTube videos are there, and they have really explained it to itself. So you are doing all the promotion. I see you are doing the call channel stuff and everything, and even YouTube videos that people generally don't do until the point is something already launched and a few weeks in. So that is really good bullish marketing from your side, man. And I'll commend you on that. And thank you for answering all that. I'll pass on the question things to Caleb for now and the community. And thank you for answering my questions. Thank you.
Thank you as well. No problem. Yeah, I know. It's always when, especially, there are some people who aren't really active on Telegram, let's say, and it's always nice when you go on YouTube and type Only Gems Finance and you see a couple of those YouTube videos there. It's always fine to have this. It makes sure of some investors that it really is something going on with the project. So I think that's why it's good to have YouTube videos. We'll also have more YouTubers coming. We have for after lunch or something lined up. And yeah, like you said, for introduction, I think it's really good to watch the video we have on our website here on the top page. It actually explains in very, very short, under 2 minutes, it explains actually everything we have now talked about a bit longer. It is put in the short video introduction, but yeah, I think it's good in the introduction, and that's also one of our works. That was done also in-house by the mine, and that's also one of the services we are offering to outside customers. And yeah, but thank you for the question, yes, and for the comments.
Please take over.
Thanks for that, Kampachi, for those amazing questions. Now, before we head back to the question from the community, I do have a few questions, and I'd just like to know about the marketing plans on the project, because it's always been said that no matter how much ideas you have on your project, if you don't have marketing to carry on the project, it's more like you haven't you haven't, or maybe, for example, a bag with that loads on it and stuff like that. So I just want to know what marketing plans you and your team are putting in place to take the Only Gem Finance pretty far as well.
Yeah, of course, no problem. So I always think that it is nice, and you can always introduce your project in the best way possible with an AMAs, like such as this one, for example. So we have, if we look now for pre-launch, what we have done was, we've used some call channels, some launches, and we had also this AMA tour, which I said I think it's one of the most important thing to bring in investors and informations, and to see what the team is all about. And then we also had some, like your friend mentioned, we had some YouTubers lined up, we had Twitter promotions, and the other thing that I said even before, which I think is really important, is networking, and partnerships, etc. Like I said, there is much less of, there is a lot less effect from such promotions, as it was in the past. For example, I remember back in November, September, you did one CMS post, and there was already like hundreds of investors coming to Telegram channel just from one CMS post, and organic ones, not bots or something. But yeah, times have changed. Times have changed over the course of the last few months. A lot of investors, I think, went also away a little, back down from crypto. Because probably there was some losses made, but you know how it is, it will go back to the same hype once more. And yeah, like I said, in the meanwhile, we will definitely not sleep on marketing, but one thing that we're doing different is, and I think it's very effective, and the way to go now is really partnerships and stuff like this. And that's why we already made two with Cheese's Lounge and Areas calls. Those are really two nice communities backing us. And yeah, I think that's one of the good ways to do it. But actually, I'm not in our team. I'm more in the charge of to track our development process and stuff like this. TJ, which is one of the core members, he lines up all the marketing stuff. But yeah, that's one of the things that one of the stuff we're doing differently, and we think that the partnerships and networking is the way to go.
That's really great. And let me just touch more about the partnership. You've mentioned having partnership with the core channels, and that's really amazing because you want to build something organically, and you wanted to reach out to people organically and stuff like that. But are you not considering doing partnership with maybe with influencers? I think that alone also can help a project going in a big one and stuff like that. So I don't know if you guys have plan of involving influencers as well on the project, especially when it comes to this Twitter stuff, because Twitter trending also can get your project pretty far. I mean, I've seen a couple of projects. They really didn't do lots of marketing, but with just Twitter alone, they were able to go pretty far. So I would like to know if you guys also have something like that in store.
Oh yeah, actually, we will look into that as well. But we are not that well known yet. Of course, it is a starting project. A lot of especially major influencers are afraid of such new projects. You never know what will happen with them. But when time goes on, we will reach out also to more influential people. Definitely, we will do as many partnerships as possible with anyone that we find it's suitable for us and it's beneficial for the OnlyGems ecosystem. And yeah, I think trending on Twitter is also a good idea. So yeah, I think it's definitely something we will look into the future. So yeah, thank you for bringing this up.
That's really great. So my last question to you would be you've already mentioned the contract, but I'll still like to know more, especially to those who have not been here, why you mentioned that. So I'd like to know who designed the contract, and are you guys audited, and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. No problem. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, actually we are working together um, with a company, registered company. They have they are doxed. They have linked ID profiles. They are very based and they are great developers. And actually, the company is called BrewLabs. So it was the one, the site that I have showed you before, where we have also staking available, brewlabs.info. This is their site if somebody wants to check it out. They have made all of our contracts were made by them. The main contract was designed by them as well, and also staking contracts were created by them, and the dashboard as well, which the dashboard we made together, like I mentioned, with collaboration with BrewLabs. We made the UI, like I said, they made the backend codes, and we will build together the coin locator in a similar way as we did the dashboard. We will create also the design concept for it, but the codes and stuff like this will be done by BrewLabs as well. So that's the next collaboration we will do together. And yeah, that's actually what they do for us. They are our developers for the contracts, and our contract it's also audited. We have made KYC. This smart contract is a fork of our previous one, which was audited by TechRate. This one is audited by Desert Finance. So there's a lot of safety protocols in our ecosystem. But yeah, we had, like I said, stuff like this happens. We had unfortunate issue yesterday at launch with the contract, and the important thing is that it has been solved. We will possibly also bring the developers before launch to explain what exactly happened, to really make investors ensure that everything is fine, because the contract itself is it's checked now, and it is good that there's actually nothing wrong with it. It was a small issue, and once we go live now at 6 p.m. UTC, which is in actually 2 hours from now. Yes, when we go live, it will be all fine now. We have tested it. If you check the chart and DEX tools, you might see there is a few sells. That's because and also a few buys, and that's because we've tried we've tested it. We've tested with the buys and sells to see how it works, and it works fine now, which is great. The only unfortunate thing that happened in this meantime was that BNB also took a hit, unfortunately, from yesterday. It went to like $200, as you may have seen, which is like 11% from yesterday. And that's one of the reasons why the price will be a bit lower today than before, because of BNB fall down, and as our liquidity is paired with the BNB, that's why it affects our price as well, unfortunately. But yeah, it's nothing to worry about. Everything was fixed, and yeah, more informations can be provided and will be provided by our developers if somebody wants to know more. I will get them on a voice chat. But yeah, everything is fine, and we are good to go, and even more prepared now. So I think it's not that nothing changes for us. We may have lost a little bit of hype, but it's not all about the hype for this project, because, like I said, there is a lot of utilities backing it up. But yeah, this really doesn't change anything for us. We will move forward. Stuff like this happens, unfortunately, but like I said, it is all fine now. So, which is important.
Yeah, exactly. I also wanted to touch on that as well because I myself I did witness it yesterday, but I'm happy you guys were able to sort it out, and because I think another key point I also like to bring out is one of the things or one of the ways you can tend to succeed with a project is the fact that you guys are an honest team, right? You were able to endure the pressure you had yesterday, because I know a lot of people who may want to try to bring you guys down, but you keep on to your word, and and stuff like that. I saw everything yesterday, so I'm just really so happy that you guys have been able to make everything work. And I believe a lot of people here, even from your own Telegram channel, they're all looking forward to the launch and stuff like that. Even I myself, I'm looking forward to the launch. So yeah, hopefully this is gonna be the great launch as well, as we have all been expecting, and we're hoping for a lot of things as well in the future. So I think that's all of my questions from my side. I don't know if you do have any other thing you may have not touched. You're free to do that, but if you don't have, otherwise we can get questions from the community.
No, I think actually that this was the majority of it. We've talked about everything that is on our short-term roadmap. We've talked about a little now at the end about the launch stuff that happened, and we are good to move forward now. So if there's any questions, we have a few minutes now, definitely, for a few questions. So yeah, you can open it for community definitely now.
All right. So, guys, you may want to raise your hands now, and ask your questions. Um, the only gem team are generous enough to keep out $100 prize for best questions. So, make sure you do not ask the rhetorical question, otherwise I'm gonna mute you. So, first of all, we're gonna be getting a question from let's see, the Kryptonian. The Kryptonian, you're muted.
Hey, Gold Diggers. Hey, Domain. Good afternoon from here.
Hello.
Yeah, so I just want to go straight to my question. It was something I saw on the roadmap. You
Yeah,
said that you had to encourage.
I think you are muted.
Oh, sorry. Can I repeat?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I saw something that you said you plan to incorporate both NFT staking and token staking. So I just want to know, how does exactly the NFT staking improve the value of your token? How exactly how does it work?
Yeah, so I mean, NFT staking doesn't really affect the price of our token directly, but the thing is, we'll have this NFT revenue that we'll have from selling those NFTs. And, with NFT staking, we want to make higher demand for it. For NFT staking, you get more tokens from it. So those NFT staking that you will be able to stake in the NFT staking pool, you will get only gems tokens back, for those NFTs as your reward. And the rare your NFT is, um, the better APR you will have uh, for your return of investment on the NFT. So yeah, that's how actually NFT staking works together with token in the ecosystem, but is actually developed also by Brew Labs. We will incorporate it into our dashboard once that is online. There are still some bits to sort. Actually, there's a few ways how to sort out that NFT staking. But yeah, that's the basic concept of it. But when we have uh, the details of it, before it goes live, we will announce that. But yeah, it's actually very close to finish off with the NFT staking as well. So yeah, thank you for the question.
Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah. But can I just ask a little question again, Gold Digger? Hello? Can I just
Yeah,
ask a
Yeah, go ahead, Kryptonian.
Okay. Yeah, I also saw something about it's just a simple question. I just want to know what sort of game you plan to bring into your project. Is it like a role-playing game or just a normal play to earn or just something simple?
yeah, it's very simple, so that's not the main thing in our ecosystem, I would say, but it is something, for to maybe have a little bit of fun and earn a passive income with it. But it is actually not a play to earn concept, it's a play to win, as you may have seen in the white paper. And that means that we will actually have a leaderboard and top scores will get after some periods of time. We will have some, let's say, like a competition, and we will choose top scores from the leaderboard, which will be distributed with BNB prize. So yeah, that's why it's called Play to Win. And thank you for your question.
Yeah, thanks so much. But you just said something right now that actually caught my interest. You said the prize for the play to win game will be distributed in BNB. Why not in the token itself? Maybe it can also help to improve the token.
You know, like I mentioned to you a little bit before, play to earn concept, as you have seen, especially in this market, it doesn't work really well. This play to earn trend has died down a little bit throughout the space, I think. Um, and that is because they don't have this revenue stream coming into their ecosystem, except uh, the buys and the volume, from the investors and from taxes. But yeah, they don't have really this implementation of such business like we do. And that's why we also didn't want to really make it with tokens from start. We possibly give also tokens, but not from start. We want to limit our token sellings, especially from start, and that's why if we give away only gems tokens, that's another possibility for the holders to sell those tokens. So we'd rather give BNB away, and they can also use the BNB to buy back if they want to have the tokens. But yeah, that's one of the reasons, especially from start, we will have it in BNB.
Oh yeah, that's a very wise decision. That's a very wise decision. Thanks for the opportunity, Go Biggers, and thanks for answering my question correctly.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you as well.
I'm the Kryptonian. Up next, we have Wisha. Wisha, you're muted.
Thank you, Caleb. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Hello, Koro.
Hello, how are you?
Great, thanks. Well, I have a simple question, but it's very important to me as an investor. Well, there are some countries that impose harsh conditions on cryptocurrencies, and at the same time, there are projects that have spread in these countries and have begun to achieve success because these countries contain strong investors. I mean, in my world, Dubai, Emirates, Iraq, or Lebanon. So my question is, do you have plan to promote your project in these countries, especially in the current market conditions that we don't know what it will lead to? I mean, I am one of the investors from the Middle East, but I can't invest in any project I want. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, your microphone was a little bit quiet and you have cut out for me a little bit. Gold Diggers, did you hear what she said maybe?
Maybe you may want to increase the volume a little bit, Wisha, so we can hear you quite well. Maybe you want to come closer to your mic.
Okay. Can I repeat my question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I said there are some countries that impose harsh conditions on cryptocurrencies, and at the same time, there are projects that have spread in these countries and have begun to achieve success because these countries contain strong investors. In my words, I mean Dubai, Emirates, Iraq, or Lebanon. So my question is, do you have plan to promote your project in these countries, especially in the current market conditions that we don't know what it will lead to? I say that because it's very important to me as an investor.
So your question is like, if how will we market the project in that area of countries? Is that correct? I don't really understand the question in fullest, if I'm
Yeah,
totally honest.
Yeah. I
So
think from what I can hear, I think what she was trying to say is there are some countries where there is no crypto related, maybe be kind of restricted. So he's trying to ask that how are you going to get this project to this kind of people who can get involved with crypto? I don't know if I'm correct, Rachel.
exactly. Yeah, Caleb.
Yeah.
yeah, the thing is about the Only Gems Finance, like I mentioned before, I definitely know that, some people don't have that amount of money to afford, to buy something from the crypto world, especially in this market, Um, and that's one of the reasons why we have our ecosystem, which have a lot of possibilities for passive income, So even if your investment is small, you will still have all of the possibilities here. If you are a holder of a certain amount of tokens, you'll have decent benefits, and if you're not, you can still always stake in our staking pools for passive income. So even the smaller holders, the smaller amounts of holdings that some people may have, will also be rewarded in this way. And even every investor is appreciated. Even if it's a big or small, it's important to have this community behind you. And our starting market cap is actually pretty low now, and even a small investment can really. It's easy to make some access with small investments from where we are now. So yeah, I think that can attract also investors that might don't have that much funds available for crypto investments.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Caleb.
Yeah, thanks for that, Rachel. So up next, let's also get a question from David Willie. David Willie, you're muted. David Willie? Okay.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah, ask a question, David Willie.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Hello,
ask a
sir.
question. Yeah, we can hear you. Ask a question.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, David Willie. Ask a question. Okay, I guess we'll have to move on.
Sir.
If you do have a question, David Willie, you want to type it on the chat. Let's get a question from Nikki Mania. Nikki Mania, you're muted.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you, Caleb, for having me on the visit. Kochi. Sorry if I
Yes,
didn't
sir.
pronounce the name well.
It's okay.
That was a nice presentation over there. So my question really runs around your rewards. 3% reward to the
That's
tokens
right.
holder. So how does it work? Is it every day, and is it by the percentage of the token you are holding? Is it every day, like, or every hour? How does it compound?
Yeah, I can talk about that a little bit. So we have, like you've mentioned, we have 3% BNB rewards for holders of 7 million tokens. So that's important. If you have less than 7 millions, you won't be getting the rewards. But yeah, how it works is that we have a certain threshold, which is set to 0.025% or 25 million only gems tokens. And when that threshold is met, the contract sells those tokens and then redistributes the BNB for our taxes. And one of those is also 3% tax for BNB. And that's how you get the BNB rewards. And because this threshold is activated by each amount, by each reached amount, and that means that it's based off volume. So as more as there is volume, the more active will your BNB rewards be. So the more volume is there, faster you will be getting BNB rewards. But if there's a volume that is a little bit, when the volume is a little bit lower, you might have wait some time to get BNB rewards in your wallet. But that's one of the reasons why we have made this tracker here. You can track BNB rewards here, like I said, and you can see it also down here, the recent dividend payout list, which means that shows you when you had the BNB deposit to your wallet from our tokenomics.
All right, thank you very much. So my last question will be that when you are coming up with a project like this, do you put the worst case scenario in the crypto space in view before you come up with this project? What do I mean by this? Right now, we are in the downtime in the space. So what is your plan? How do you plan to consolidate on your tokens as touching this bearish moment? Because I believe you need to factor this into view. Every project should be designed for the worst case scenarios. How do you consolidate in this bearish market?
Thank you for the question. Like I said, we have utilities, we have revenue bringing mechanism with firstly the mine and then coin locator, and both those two can work outside the crypto space as well. and they bring revenue to the ecosystem without the volume. It's not volume based from our tokenomics or something like this, or on our taxes and the token. So yeah, that's how we can make it sustainable, with the mine, and that money, like I said, it will be collected, and we can, always store it for when time is right. We will use it for treasury buybacks, for marketing and developments, and with this in this scenario, we can also use it, to sustain the price, like I mentioned, how it works with the treasury, and that's how we will work on it. The chart is important to look fine, but if it's a rocky start, which might happen, you never know. We always have to prepare for the worst, hope for the best, and that's why we've implemented the mine, and we will really make a separate campaign for it. Like I said, we will really get the name out there, make separate website for it. We will make more partnerships with other channels. We have community backing it up that have and they get 5% referral fees. So, for example, if I'm talking now from my head, if we, for example, make something for $1,000, you will get a 5% fee from $1,000. So, yeah, that's that's $50. So it's not bad for you as well. So that's one of the reasons we think that the mine will work great, and this will also help to sustain the price, and we will really, like I said, we will really make a small, like a push of the mine, so to get the name out there, and that's how I think it will, work, even if the market conditions are bad.
All right. Thank you very much. But your answer just give me another concern. Because
Okay.
in your subsidiary business, what
That's it.
medium of exchange are you adopting? Is it with your token? So everybody that will transact with you, they will have to pay you in your token, or what? All the services you have to provide in your subsidiary business, are you saying that they are paying you in your tokens?
No, they are not paying in the tokens.
So now, what
They
medium
are
of currency,
they,
what medium of exchange are you adopting?
Yeah, so it's the simple concept. So I think I've seen a few projects do this. I don't see any sense in this. Why would they have to pay with the native currency if they can pay with the normal money? They can pay with BNB, or even when you make it a company, they can pay even with the flat fee. With fiat currencies, and you can use the money to buy back the coin, which consequently drives the price up through the treasury. So I think this is a better way. Why would you complicate things with buying the native token if you can, use BNB for it, and then you use it on your own to buy it. So I think this is better concept.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Caleb, for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for that, Nikki Mania. Let's keep going. Let's get a question from T-Rex. T-Rex, you're muted.
Just one thing. I have like maybe 4 more minutes time, and then we will have to have a little bit preparation for the lunch. Yeah, that's right. So
All right,
if you have like a last 2 questions, maybe would be nice.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, T-Rex, and ask the question.
All right, thank you, Caleb. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Hello, yes.
All right. So I was going through your website, and usually roadmaps of most projects, they have timelines like Q1, Q2, and so on and so forth. They have timelines attached to them so as to give investors a sense of like when to expect some of the utilities on the roadmap. But in your roadmap, I noticed that you have them in phases with no specific time frame to expect the utilities. So do you have plans to give investors timelines for the achievement of these utilities on your roadmap?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Yeah, so as you have seen and you have mentioned, our roadmap is made in phases because we don't really have a timeline for everything. You know, we can, for example, we can make something from phase 3 or from phase 2 before something that is made in phase 1. You know, so it's not placed in quarters. I think it's much better way. You know, what we think it's better for us at the moment, we will start working on. A lot of this stuff was already accomplished from the phase 1. From the phase 1, I think the most. Let me just see. Yeah, for example, all of this is like phase 1 is, I would say, already finished. Just dashboard has to be um, made online. This will be probably sometime tomorrow, and we will be, you know, launching on PancakeSwap. It will be, you know, we'll go activate with trading today at 6 p.m. UTC. But yeah, like I said, you know, for example, from if you look for on the phase 2, NFT launch and NFT staking are coming very, very soon now. And yeah, like I said, if we see that there's more suitable to develop something else or make something beforehand, we touch on the next phase. You know, we will do it like we think it's the best. You know, so that's one of the reasons we have made these phases.
All right. I was just asking because I was surprised. I personally feel at that, you know, the point of the having your utilities listed in quarters, like giving investors a timeline is kind of to help us make, you know, precise decisions about the project. And I just feel like, I don't know, maybe you guys have not thought through that. Don't you think saying phases and not saying that you have a specific time frame for the achievement of these utilities, don't you think this will affect the decisions of investors?
No, no, not at all. I don't think it will affect anything. You know, we are always in the talks with the community. We are always informing them what are we doing next, what are the current plans, and what are we currently working on. So I don't think this will affect anything. You know, but you know, we will always update, like I said, through Telegram and through other social media, what is currently being worked on. And I think that is the most important and most interesting for the investors. But you know, if you come to us with questions when this, when that, we can still, you know, we can give you. We cannot specifically give you the exact time frame. You know, we can give you a certain number, but I'd rather not, you know, because if it's not developed by the time you have said, there might be a potential FUD, you know. So until we are 100% sure that it will happen, really like 110% sure, we'd rather not give the exact time. So yeah, that's. But I think it doesn't affect the mindset of the investors if it's
All right, all right, all right.
if it's like
Yeah,
this, you know.
since you're getting feedback from the communities, I think that's fine. All right, thank you, Caleb.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you as well.
Thanks
Yeah, thank
for
you.
that. Yeah, thanks for that text. Let's just get one more question. Let's see. Okay. Rising Star, you're muted.
Hi, Caleb. Hi, crew.
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
Hey, how do you do? Okay, so just a quick question that I have. No right or wrong answer. It's just something I want to know. Why did you guys choose to launch on instead of using the Pinkster Launchpad or the Gempad? You guys chose to launch on what did you call it? Cookie trades or something,
Yeah, cookie
right?
sale. It's cookie sale. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So why did you guys choose the cookie trade launchpad instead of other popular launchpads which investors are very well certain about?
Yeah, like I said, it's because they don't take your tokens away like other launchpads or some of them. When you reach your hard cap, they only take 2% of BNB raised, and you know it means that there won't be any unnecessary token sellings because they don't take those tokens. And the other reason was because they had this promotion for this month you get a free listing on the platform, and we also think it's a good platform. It already had some project listings there, and yeah, I think it's a nice platform to launch from. So yeah, that's one of the reasons. Thank you for your question.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Now again, talking about the entertainment aspects of your project. We've not really talked much about that. What would you guys be putting on your project as for entertainment? Would it be games? Would it be entertainment, videos? Exactly would it be, and how would the community be able to participate in the entertainment aspect of your ecosystem?
Yeah, thank you for question. So we will have, like I said, we have this play to win mini games. We will have contests. We already had them in the past, even when trading was, even when we weren't launched. We have some BNB giveaways and stuff like this. We play different varieties of games. Whatever we think of. There are basic and simple games, but you have to be a holder of certain amount of tokens, so it also brings, let's say, additional utility to it. But yeah, just join a voice chat when you have some games and prizes going on, and yeah, that's it. That's how you'll see the some entertainment stuff and the games and stuff like this.
So you're only bringing out games. That's just it. Just games.
We will have also this. It's going to be like arcade style games, play to win mini games. And they are very basic and simple concepts. Like I said, we are not really. This is not the biggest part of our ecosystem. The things that we are working on and making more emphasis are on, like I said, the treasury and how to make more revenue stream for the treasury. That's something we are more concentrated on. But yeah, the games will be there, very simple stuff. But you will see more when time comes. We don't have the exact time frame for it, but it shouldn't take too long for us to bring something to show you. But in the meantime, we will have games in a way like games in the voice chat, or Telegram games and stuff like this, for entertainment purposes and to keep community interactive with our ecosystem. Thank you.
All right. Thank you too for your answers. Thanks, Caleb.
Thanks for that, Wise and Stat. So I think that's how much we can go so far. If you do have more questions, feel free to join the Telegram channel, and you can go ask your question over. I believe Cool and the rest of the team will be happy to answer your question. But before we're gonna draw this to a close, Cool, do you have any maybe final words you may want to say to the investors here in regards to probably the launch that is coming and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. So I can see that there's a few people from our group as well. So yeah, like I said, we had some small issues which are now fixed. If anyone didn't hear it, so it's all good to go. We will go online back with trading at 6 p.m. UTC, which is about 1.5 hours from now, a bit less now. And yeah, for the new investors, I would say that Only Gems Finance is a good investment opportunity, especially because we have these utilities backing it up and make it sustainable, and these varieties of passive income, how to get it in our ecosystem. There's a few ways. Like I said, we have staking, NFT staking. We will have contests. We will have we have BNB rewards. We have 5% commissions for referrals to the Mine graphic design studio, and yeah, we will even add more if we find something else as well. But yeah, there's a lot of passive income possibilities, and yeah, I think that's one of the reasons to invest of Only Gems Finance. And I also think one of the good reasons is that we are very transparent. We are always trying to be there for every question. We have great mods. We have great investors, which are also helping us out. And yeah, thank you for staying with us. And I think we will have a great launch today. Even if you have a rocky start, like I said, you never know what will happen after launch. We are very confident that it will be great after launch, but we will still work. Like I said, we have always things to be worked on. We will be working on the mine, especially after launch, and trying to keep up with the chart sustainable and looking nice. We will have some marketing ongoing as well and stuff like this. And very soon NFT staking will go online as well. NFTs, NFT minting will go online in the next days, or let's say a week or so. And also NFT staking will be there as well very soon. And after that phase is finished, we will start working on coin locator, which I think is the most promising it's most promising in a way that it will bring revenue, and a nice and quite nice amount of revenue to ecosystem. And yeah, that's what's for Only Gems in the short term roadmap. So yeah, thank you for everyone to listening in, and I hope to see you at launch, let's say, activating trading again, 6 p.m. UTC. So yeah, thank you.
Awesome. That's really great. I have one more question to ask you. When Lambo?
At 6 p.m. UTC.
I know, right? So, guys, yeah, you want to go to the Telegram channel. Yeah, we're giving out prizes for best question. I also reserve prizes as well for those who are going to be doing some tags. How are you going to get yourself involved in this tax? All you have to do is join the Telegram channel, follow us on Twitter, retweet and follow our announcement channel and our YouTube as well. So I'm going to be posting a link. All you have to do is make sure you complete audio tags. If you're found cheating, you're not going to be included in the spin and wheel. So I'm going to be posting that in a second right now. So thank you everyone for joining as well. Thank you, Kuru, for coming around, and I wish you guys a great success on your launch, and we're all looking forward to that as well.
Thank you very much for listening, for the comments, and for the questions. And see you at launch 6 p.m. UTC. We will open the voice chat 35 minutes before for maybe some questions and to prepare for activating the trading again. So thank you very much and have a good evening.
Awesome, you too. And before I forget, do not forget to share us any information or any updates you might have in regard to the Only Gem Finance. Please, if you do have any update, please feel free to share with our community as well. We appreciate that as well.
Okay, great to know. Thank you.
All right, brother.
Bye.
Bye. So I'm gonna stop the recording right now.